it's live. Hello. Gosh, I'm so happy it worked. so happy it worked. Okay, so I'm doing a bit of jiggery because, as you can see, I'm still home. I'm hiding in my house. It's 4:30 here. I'm just chatting. Most people hop on because I know on Facebook it's ping-ponging. Just checking I'm in the right place, and I am. If you would like to well, I can actually now. The problem is it's more angle is better. How's that? Do you know it's the irony of me saying the words StreamYard is much more effective and it's much more efficient because usually it is. Usually it is. Not right now. That's fine. So yeah, the trouble is that I can't see the comments because it doesn't work that way. So I think I'm going to get started. This is all about, by the way, if you're watching this on the replay, please just do a hashtag replay and let me know where you are, when you watch this, because a few new people arrived over the holidays. So welcome. I'm sorry I've not been here. You may have seen, some other people might have seen that I've been out and about. I've been traveling around central Vietnam. And that was our Christmas holiday, I guess. Taking all our opportunities that we can to travel around Vietnam as much as we can, because we are coming home this year. Crikey, we're coming back to the UK. Oh, sorry, that's me turning myself loud. That's better. And yeah, as such, I have been out of contact for a while. And today is the day where I'm coming back. So I want to share a few things with you that I have. You'll see it popping up in the next, one more minute, give some people a chance to log on, but please do give me a hashtag replay. I was hoping that 4:30 my time would be a bit easier, certainly for people in the UK, but of course I know everyone's going back to school now, so it's tricky. And some people, if you're in the US, people will have just woken up and 4:30 in the morning. Hopefully you've not woken up in the US. Anyway, let me know where you are and when you're watching this. And also you can skip ahead to minute 4, which is where we're going to start. So this tapping, so every week I do the Wednesday free training, which is an element of healing or skills. So it might be, this EFT is a form of healing. It's a stress coping mechanism. It's a calmer down. Literally, even without thinking and talking and doing the meditation, the act of tapping on these meridian endpoints, thinking of energy, you might be more familiar with it in the sense of acupuncture and acupressure. It means acupressure in a way. It comes from acupressure originally. When we're tapping on these places, we are calming our nervous system, even if you just go through the motions without having any idea about it. This is why EFT is so wonderful. And this is why I trained in it last year, because it's so incredibly helpful. And I wanted to do a sort of an energetic goodbye to 2021 and a hello to 2022, because sometimes does anyone feel like we jump out of the frying pan into the fire? You never really get a rest. And especially when you're a parent, and if you're trying to be a cycle breaker parent and you're trying to do gentle parenting and to hold the line with maybe your parents or your older family members, like, oh, this isn't how we treat our children. Oh, we follow consent. It's so wonderful. Okay, it's come back on. It's hilarious after me saying I'm choosing StreamYard because it's more reliable. It might well be my internet, second world country and all that. It is wearing, and it's wonderful and it's beautiful. And we're tired, and that's okay. And then here we are, boom, new year, new you. I don't really subscribe to that, but this is what we have shoved in our faces by the media. And actually we get to engineer calm times where we are relaxing and we are looking after ourselves. So Before I actually start, I'm just going to do the stretch. Before I actually start, just so you know, there is going to be something coming up in the events on Friday. So today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So on Friday, I'm going to be starting a new, it's not a challenge. I don't like the energy of challenge. It's just going to be something to help us, again, start the new year, me included. So if you tune in, when we're doing EFT and the tapping, I'm going to do more tapping sessions throughout this year. So I might intersperse that with the Wednesday workshops, maybe even a tapping Tuesday, see how energetic I feel. We always tune in at the start. So we tune into how we're feeling, and that might sometimes feel quite negative. And we tap on this point. So we've got your little finger about halfway down, it's kind of fleshy point. We call this the karate chop point. Yay! I was just about to log off, I think. If this doesn't work, I'm going to watch the recording of this. And if it doesn't work, I will record it separately and I will upload it. I might well just do that anyway. Okay, so we start and we say the setup statement. And the setup statement is the honest truth of how we are feeling. Because in EFT, we think about you need to feel it to release it. And that's what we want to do. So we tune in. Just kind of think, just for a minute, how are you feeling? Are you carrying any anxiety from last year? Many of you will you're not down for fun. Can you comment if you can hear me? Because it's I won't be able to see who you are unless you put your name. But if you give me a comment, I've turned my phone off in the hope that that's giving me more bandwidth. So this is one of the things that I want to just formally draw a line under and say, okay, goodbye to that. So are there things that you're holding on to, and how do they feel in your body? I actually already felt my shoulders go up. So we tune in and see if you can give that a number between 0 to 1. Like 0 is not present at all. Like I feel fine. I'm just here for giggles. 10 is I'm feeling crushed by the intensity of this anxiety. Like 2021 was so tough, or Christmas was so tough, or the holidays were so stressful. 10 is really, really high up there. And so you tune in, and I encourage people always to write it down, just on a scrap of paper. Like I have my journal here, just write it on a scrap of paper, and it helps us. So we tune in and we rate, and then we start with the setup statement. Either side is both. You can do both sides. You can do one or the other. It doesn't matter. So tapping on the karate chop point. Even though you can repeat after me, and you can do it in your head or out loud. Even though I've been holding on to some stress from December, I deeply and profoundly love and honor myself. Even though I have been carrying some negative energy from 2021, I deeply and profoundly love and honor myself. Even though I have at times felt tired and overwhelmed at the end of last year, I deeply and profoundly love and honor myself. Okay, if you're new, in Guide 1, there is a video that explains this, but for now, just follow along, just tap along. And so I will just talk and you can just listen. So it's the eyebrow point. Christmas was tough. whole of December was tough. There's so much going on, so much to do. Sometimes it even felt like an extra part-time job. Under the eye. And I was doing my best. I was doing my best to make this period magical for my children. And sometimes it felt too much. Under the nose, which is this area of the septum there. And now that the new year has started, I feel like perhaps I'm ready to relax. Under the lips is the chin point, which is the dip. Just here, that crease. I'm ready to put some of this burden down. Take the weight off my shoulders. Start the new year feeling a bit fresher. Collarbone point, which is, in fact, you can see mine because I'm wearing a vest up. The collarbone just underneath, it's the hollow just underneath. You could do 2 fingers, like 2 hands, or I tend to do both at the same time. It's up to you, whatever works for you. That time is over. December is over. It had some great times. It had some stressful times. And I don't need to carry any of the stress with me anymore as I start this new year. Okay. Under the arm, which is, ladies, it's kind of like along your bra line. It's halfway down the top of your ribs. We just tap there with 2 fingers. You can also do it across if you choose. It's up to you. I'm going to take with me the gratitude, the gratefulness for the great times and for the things that I did for my family, the things that other people in my family did for me. Right now, I get the time to choose to let go of the things that I found tough in December. Okay, then top of the head. Just kind of right in the middle. I'm ready to say goodbye to December. And I'm ready to let the energy of the hustle and the bustle dissipate into the air so that I'm ready for the new year. Okay, stop tapping a minute. I don't normally do this, but because it's a new year one, you just take a deep breath all the way down to your belly. And as you breathe out, just imagine it. The mind is a powerful thing, isn't it? You can imagine all of that stress and the energy of the hustle bustle. Just imagine that energy leaving. Through your skin, through your pores, through the top of your head. When you're ready, we can go again. Now this is about 2021. I'm going to ask you to fill in the blanks here because, of course, I wasn't living with you in 2021. So some general, and then I'll ask you to choose some parts. Last year was tough. 2021 had some pretty massive challenges in it. So did I. We're living in a global pandemic, times that we have never seen before, certainly not in my living memory. The rules were changing constantly. At times, I might even have felt unsafe. And it was challenging trying to support the children and their big feelings, whilst I had big feelings myself. Under the eye. There are a couple of moments in 2021 that I think I would like to energetically let go of. I can thank them for the lessons that they gave me, perhaps about being strong and resilient, having more in my tank than I ever realized I had. They weren't particularly fun. I don't need them hanging around me anymore. Okay, under the nose, this is where I'm going to ask you to insert yourself, your own thing that you're going to let go of. So, personally for me, I would like to let go of my experience of being in lockdown in this apartment. It's lovely. Sorry, okay. I will record this as a non-interrupted video and post it in a minute. Well, in half an hour. The event, the time, the experience that I would like to let go of in 2021 is I can see it so clearly, and I can remember all those feelings coming up. You might wish to change this yourself. We're going under the mouth, the chin. So I'm going to say how I felt in lockdown. It may be how you felt. It may be that you experienced different things, but please do change it for your feelings. The powerlessness, the frustration, the fear, and the lack of control over my life and my ability to provide my children with a vibrant life. Collarbone point. At times it just felt crushing. And I'm ready. My word of 2022 is play. Not taking it so seriously. Well done if you're still here. In fact, I can see somebody is. Well done. I am going to make the choice right now, right here, to crowbar out some positives, the lessons I learned, my resilience, my power, the things I can cope with, the sisterhood and the humanity of how we all helped each other out. I'm going to take that with me. Under the arm, or side of body even, side of body. And I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to find my gratitude for what these experiences taught me. Hello, I see you. And again, I'm going to choose right here, right now, to allow the heavy weight of the experiences that I found challenging in 2021 to fall away. So thank you. I honor you. Goodbye. I'll just pause there a minute. We have one more round, which is the really positive one. Hi, I can't actually see who you are because I have to turn my phone off because the internet is so jiggly, but hello, it's so great to see you. We can shake our arms. I like to shake out the energy. This is all about, I sound a bit like Taylor Swift. My kids love Taylor Swift right now. The goodbye. The goodbye to 2022. Right, let's start again. So shift for the new year. And January is here. We are already nearly through the first week of January. And I'm excited. So do I. Yes, the pandemic is still here. But you know, I have a choice right now. It's the choice to allow COVID and politics and power play and all of that crap to grind me down, limit my life and my children's lives. There is a lot of negative energy out, and a lot of people will be carrying that through from 2021 into 2022. And I am taking my power back right now. Under the nose. I choose to face the start of a new year, a new pandemic year, yes, with grace and excitement. And I choose to make this the best year I've had. It can be done. I'm going to ask you to tailor this to your own experience as well now. I'm not going to hold myself to ridiculous ideals that might be hard if we suddenly have a lockdown, or if the rules change, or if there's another flare. I'm not going to hold myself to things that are dependent on the outside. But what I can do is decide that I am going to keep in my heart, in my mind, in my actions, a sense of, and this is your choice. My word, my theme for this year, I guess, that I've journaled all about is play. So I've chosen to say, like, it doesn't work. Let's try again. Let's just see it as play, because, the world's a stage and all of us players are merely players on it. Sorry, Shakespeare. So play. And it might be, I know other people, I'll give you some ideas and you can choose yours, and you can just choose what you like. And you might have a different one. I choose to go into 2022 with a flexible attitude, to look at it as a form of play. I choose to tap into ease and grace and self-care and love and compassion for myself, for my children, and for everybody else in the world. Collarbones. This is a tough time for many people, myself included. And I am going to honor that some people might not behave as their best selves. And I have the power to try and tap into my best self this year. On the body. That might mean that I have days where I'm not very productive. It might mean that I have days where I forgive myself for snapping, for not doing things, for choosing to say no. I get to treat myself with radical compassion, as much compassion as I would treat other people. And top of the head, above all, this year, the start of 2022, I choose to start with love. Love, compassion, responsibility, and a sense of calm, gentle ease. When you're ready, you can finish tapping. I hope that helps. I'm sorry about the interruptions of the internet. I'm now on the 5G, so hopefully it's a bit more steady. I hope. At least hopefully we won't get interrupted again. How do you feel? If you are watching on the replay, or if you've managed to go through this, please do let me know. Like, what was your number at the start and what was your number now? Suddenly, I'm feeling yawning. Because when we are tapping on these points, what we're doing is physically, it's not just energetically, we are calming down the nervous system. I mean, I'm going to share some blogs on it this year. Blogging is my thing this year. When you tap on these points, you send signals to your body, to your amygdala, which is, if you want, like the primitive part of your brain, which is always like, oh, where's the threat? Where's the threat? And you send messages of going, it's okay. It's okay. And it also slows down your breathing and your heart rate, which also, in turn, this is the biofeedback point, it in turn tells your brain, well, breathing slowly, therefore, It's calm. So you can do this in the space of what? I mean, that was 25 minutes. 5 minutes was me introducing and waiting for people to arrive. Less than 20 minutes. You can calm your nervous system. That's going to be a bit of a theme for this year, because when we are calm parents, when we have compassion for ourselves, when we have love for ourselves, when we gift ourselves time to learn new skills, to listen to new things, to care for ourselves, which is what we're doing with tapping and yoga and whatever you want to do, meditating, we're better parents because we're calm parents. The same situation, we might flip out or be angry or snap or repeat old patterns that we want to be rid of and we want to say goodbye to. Or if we're in a calmer state, we are more likely to be able to access the creative parts of our brain and think, okay, normally I would probably shout here, or normally I'd be a bit passive aggressive, or I feel it bubbling in me. No, I'm not going to do it. Or I use my deep breathing or my 5-finger breathing, all of these things that I'll be teaching you throughout this year. And obviously you have the option to work with me, but you don't have to be taking that option to be in this group. This is for everybody who wants to be a cycle breaker parent. So please let me know how this was for you. Please let me also know if it was bitty, and I will record its own special session for you. This is moving into guide 1 now. If you are new here, because I know a few people are, please do pop over in 1, because all of my old trainings are in there. Elements of healing and skills, some parenting, some philosophy, because I do like to find every now and then I'll drop in a really good research paper that I've recently read, or a book recommendation. So it's all in guide 1 and it's all free. It's all free because that is part of my mission, is to support people to break cycles in their parenting. And if you can afford to work with me, great, off we go, send me a message. And if not, that's fine. That's fine, because there's plenty of stuff to be going on with that will help you. So welcome to the new year. Have a really, really wonderful day. And I will see you here on Friday. Look out in the events tab, because stuff is about to come up, because I'm going to go and create it. Speak to you soon. Bye.